happy Christmas to you and a prosperous new year ahead.
Everybody loves Christmas. Everybody loves the feeling that comes with the end of the year and the new year. Well, this is me, Wealth Wilson, wishing you an amazing Christmas and a beautiful, splendid, and a broke-free new year.
My name is Excel Okonkwo. I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
My name is Wisdom Obinai. I'm your Superman in the world of sports, the man who can never leave football for snowball. I'm wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hello, my name is Sandra Kenneth of News Department. I'm wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Greetings to you all. My name is Bright Chinedumalo Square from Today95.1 FM. I want to especially wish our clients and listeners a very Merry Xmas and a prosperous New Year.
Christmas is here again, and it is that period when we have to show love to our loved ones, and not just our loved ones, to everyone that is around us. So remember this season to show love to everyone that you come across. My name is Success David, and this is wishing you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year in advance.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nafoni Udebe. I want to phone up and get the mark Panakona Fia. The swagger with the Honorable Minister for After and Young Men. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in Arias. Cause no year, I love you all.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle all the way. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I still remember humble yourself for Pastor talking drum the Lord of the mic. Goodbye. Huh?
Here at Today, we bring you what you need to hear.
This is what they're going after. They're not going to let me learn.
It has to be applicable to all situations.
No, it cannot be, because when the evidence...
Some people are not sure of 1 meal a day in a society with such huge potentials. If a criminal passes that place, whichever means he used in passing, and you turn around to blame the citizen, for instance, people will ask you, were you not there? Malaria kills Nigerians. Malaria.
News.
This is the World News. I am Annie Abdul Salam. In the headlines, Federal Executive
Sports
and entertainment. My name is Chubogu Najib.
Straight up to football on the show.
This is Today. Every day, 24/7, 365. We are your official all-year radio station.
This is Today's Hustle. One show that embodies objectivity. We raise the bar in examining the good, the bad, the sordid, everything that has to do with society.
In America, you buy a big house and you pay gradually for 30 years of your life. That is politics. In Nigeria, you carry all your salary and go and rent one room. Bad politics.
Everything that has to do with
You
society.
must negotiate. If we don't negotiate, when a man is pushed to the wall, he bounces back with double levels. We have been pushed to the wall.
The Hustle. Every weekday from
1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
on Today 95.1 FM.
It's your premium talk radio station, Today 95.1 FM, and now it's 16 minutes past the hour of 2 this afternoon. And this is the second half of today's hustle. My name is Ifeyemi Andrew.
I am Wealth Wilson.
And we're still having a very interesting conversation here. To all the callers in the first half, thank you very much. But now it's time to focus on something else. And also a way to get your contributions on this. I'm pretty sure you would have a lot to say about it. As we all know, elections are over in almost, I think, in every state in the country. We've concluded elections and governance should be what is in view. But some groups still have decided to, hold on to elections I'm not talking about the past elections. I'm talking about the forthcoming elections, which is about like 3 years' time. And you don't expect that we should be having that conversation, but that's where we are at the moment. 2023, everybody already talking about it.
I mean, as you said, we should already be talking about patriotism. I mean, this administration is focused on getting corruption out of the way and seeing how it can empower youth and the nation as well. And then we actually want to see more of people who are patriotic, people who look up to, work with the current government to make sure that they achieve everything that they put in place to achieve before the end of this term. But that seems not to be the case. I mean, we have a lot of distractions on the road. First off, we've talked about the Ohaneses that have proposed that 2023 is their year for presidency in the country. And not to talk about other, chieftains, political stalwarts who have actually been somehow testing the waters, trying to see what people would say and how people will react to their political or presidency gambit for 2023. Well, now we have Asiwaju Tinubu should succeed President Buhari. This is coming from the Northeast group. I mean, it looks like every zone, every region has like a proposed
somebody they would
successor.
prefer. But then the shocking part is to see that we also had another group from the Northeast that also was saying that they wouldn't, vote for any president that isn't from the North, and they would not take a northern vice president as well. I think they also stated that. But to see that we have a group from same region suggesting that they would want to have someone from the West as president, and then we had another one that said they want to have someone from the North as president because they would not accept vice presidential position. It's conflicting now.
Very conflicting. Well, this is coming from a particular chieftain from the Northeast, from the APC too. His name is Aliyu Belewa. He said this after the end of an inauguration ceremony of the executive members of the Congress held in Bauchi State at the weekend. He said that Tinubu is a political mentor in the country who has contributed immensely to the victory of the APC and President Muhammadu Buhari in 2015 and 2019 polls, and hence he should be compensated with the party's ticket in the next presidential election. Now, that is what he said. I'm just going to stop there. And then if you remember what the Ohaneses have said about wanting somebody from the East to rule Nigeria, I mean, that seems to be the focus. I mean, there's been this underlying tone of different people talking about who is to succeed Buhari after this particular administration.
The main point, even for me now, would be, okay, the APC in itself, this statement is coming from a member of the APC, all right, in the North, but the APC itself has also promised that 2023, or suggested that it was going to be zoned to the Southeast, which many would be looking forward to. But there were also times you heard, if you remember, that posters came Tinubu of Oshomole and El Rufai, and also suggesting that these people want to run for presidency, and then they said that the party didn't do anything of such, nobody did that. I would say this to be testing the waters and knowing what the Nigerians would say.
The reactions of the people.
Because when you look at the visit of Obasanjo to El Rufai, I mean, with regards to being part of the SEC meeting, for his executive meeting as a guest. I'm thinking, okay, and then the statements that Obasanjo made and how they, it's almost like saying, oh, could it be that we have 2023 is going to be really heated?
Isn't this too early? Isn't it the present administration is barely even a year into it? I mean, and then we're having different people, even though sometimes they come out early to say that they're not the ones, it's sponsored by opposition or whatever. But isn't it too early to start hearing small talks about who is to become president come 2023?
I think it tells us more about the kind of politics we play and the reason why the people do not get the dividends of democracy that they deserve. Because it's not about leading the people, it's now mostly about who's clinching onto power. That's honestly basically what the fight has become, and that's the politics. So even people who play opposition, people who are in power, everybody is just all about how can I get to power and how can I remain in power. That's always what it's been like, and that's the reason why we're seeing, even with 3 years more, 3 years and over 10 months more, or 3 years and a couple of months more to go, people still are battling over 2023 and who should be and who should come out and who should become this and that. And that shouldn't for any reason be the case, at least for now.
I mean, from my own point of view, like from how I look at it, I mean, even if you have presidential ambitions, right? Don't you think that the best way to put yourself out there so people can know you is by, doing one or two things, doing things differently?
Maybe that's why Rufai sent his son to public school.
Take for instance now in your state, you say, okay, since the court is talking about getting refunds for allowances and
I would give them money,
given to ex public officers, let me be one of the people who will instigate and make sure that this thing works. Or say, okay, in my state, I'm going to make sure that federal roads are fixed, local roads are fixed.
That's what, like I said, it's the kind of politics. It's the kind of politics in Nigeria. Those things work, but they don't get you what you need. So, what we're seeing now is just the normal trying to see what people would say. At least we've had the president debunk the one of coming for third term, clearly. And the guy from the APC that even suggested that has gone to, retrieve that. So we know that you're not mentioning the president's name for 2023, at least for now, as it stands. We don't know what tomorrow holds, but we're standing on what has been said already. And now we know that we can't mention his name. Now, the other names, these names that we're mentioning now also have been coming up even before the second term, during the first term of the president, the Adams Shimole, even the Minister for Transportation. Many have insinuated that he might be positioning himself to represent this region when the time comes at the presidency. So,
there was one time when they talked about the current Niger Delta
Akpabio as well, trying to position himself to also get there. You see that it's not about the politics. Basically, it's not about bringing democracy and its dividends to Nigerians. It's all about retaining power or trying to get to power.
But isn't that wrong? Isn't that very wrong? I mean, even if we know that these people want this power, I mean, they should, employ different ways to get it, I mean, first of all, buy the hearts of the people, right? As I earlier mentioned.
Who said they don't have the hearts of the people?
Bring development.
Who
Make
said
people
they don't
talk about you, but in a different light. Say, oh, this man actually did this.
In Tinubu's case, people call him, in quote, a Jagaband of
political
Lagos.
mentor.
All right, and this is a group of people in the North who are supportive of him, which means he has the heart of some people. They obviously have the heart of... If the Minister for Transportation was to say he wants to run for president, he has the heart of many people in these regions that will support him.
No, I don't mean followers that follow because of the name or how much affluence your name and the money you have would draw to you. I mean having the hearts of the people in terms of, okay, we're working in collaboration with this particular government to make sure that the healthcare system is functional in Nigeria.
Okay, but more like applying the tactics of former governor of Imo State, Roger Okorocha.
I mean, so that when we go on social media and we see that, so person actually advocated for this, is working with the government to bring social developments to the nation. I mean, we can say that, this person has the heart of a leader, this person has the heart of a
that's
ruler.
what Shore is doing. Because many also said the same thing. All of these things could be built towards 2023. Because everybody...
Isn't that a better way? Isn't that a better way to project yourself for 2023? That's my take.
With Nigerian politics, I think we should come to realize that there is no better way or one way. Any way is a way. That's how Nigerian politics works. We could do it any which way. Remember, they even tried to get Good Luck for second term. He initially won. It came from President Goodluck Jonathan. Came for one term, all right. And then second term, some people started testing. Similar thing we saw posters trying to see what people. It's similar. I was like, no, it was not from us. Opposition. Oh no, it's not this. Oh no, it's not that. And at the end of the day, we saw him come for second term. So it's not shocking. It's just the politics of the country, how it works. I mean, it's different ways to get there, but this is the way that they choose to get there most of the time.
I mean, to think that at this point in time, we're still waiting for all the opposition party to come together and forget about the elections and work together for the good of the nation. I mean, that's what we want to hear. The government is still young, right? I mean, they haven't even gone a year down.
I can guarantee you that the government even planned for a second term while they were in the first term. Even before they got into their first term,
that's fact
they had a plan.
Standard, right?
It's
fact.
I think we should understand.
How do you go about it?
What this group is saying now is nothing that should be strange to anybody out there, and it should. Yes, the annoyance would be, okay, we're not supposed to be talking about elections in 2023 because it's still quite far. What we want to hear now is groups coming out to talk about the policies of the government, how to create jobs, like the Senate has complained about unemployment. Perhaps hear more groups talk about what policies should be put in place, which person should be manning which position, why did you not do this, why should you do that, where are the funds for this? Those are the kind of things we want to hear. But like I said before, and I'll say again, the politics in Nigeria and our politicians and their style of doing things does not allow for that to happen. Like we said, typically you have 4 years to rule in a tenure, right? Now you come in the first year, you're trying to settle court cases and settle tribunals and all of those. Second year, you might take part of it to even settle people that helped you got into office with appointments and blah, blah, blah that you need to do. The third year, you just use a part of it and a part of the second year to just put one small project here or there because you are beginning to prepare for the elections that's coming afterwards. So you basically have little time to even focus on governance.
So, which leads us to the big question. Are these people actually representing us as a people, or they're just there for, the benefits for the power that it gives to them?
The ultimate question is, are we being scammed? I keep asking about,
because
are we being scammed as a people? Like, is it that we're being scammed? This group might have their own interest, and that's the reason why they are saying Tinubu is who they are pushing forward.
And this is going to agitate the Ohanezes, I mean, now all they'll focus on is how
we'll
to
get a response from them soon.
Their own candidates,
But they haven't even given a candidate. They've just said that somebody from their region
they've been hinting that they want somebody from their region to become president.
Many assume that Okorocha might be positioning himself for that. Yes, I forgot. So you see, many people have already in the mix. They say that Okorocha Okorocha might be positioning himself to become president. We've had the Minister of Transportation.
Why is this the discussion now?
Because the politics
regions,
of Nigeria, it's all about getting power or staying in power. It's not about getting democracy or its dividends to the people. Countless of times we've seen it play out and play out and play out. It's about, we're speaking now, there are people mapping out and planning for 2023. Who's going to be there? Who will be the best fit for 2023? We hate it. We don't like it. We expect them to focus on governance. Sadly, it's not what we're getting. And it's not what we might get, even in the shortest possible time.
This particular question now is for everybody, every Nigerian. Like, how do you select your leaders? How do we select the people that govern us? Because honestly, I don't see these people put a lot on the table for us to say, oh, okay, this person is actually doing well. But this person also is doing well. How do we select our leaders in this part of the world?
Let me answer for at least some people that might agree with my answer. Poverty is how we select. I'll tell you why I say poverty. That we're ranked number 1 poorest in the world at the moment, not just by mistake or by chance. Some people have chosen to say that the state of this country,
don't forget that
we might get worse than that. I don't know what's after number 1 or before number 1. Now, don't forget that some people have also posited that it's possible that the state of this country economically is a deliberate step, keeping a large chunk of the people at a certain level. Because what happened with elections, vote buying, it's a problem. Elections come and then aren't you surprised that monies pour out during campaigns? That's when the monies roll out. You have elections and people are putting monies here and there. So people actually vote for people that they vote for because of what they stand to gain from you directly or indirectly. It's not because of what you know, because if it's by what you know, this past elections, we have some very sound minds that should have won but did not win. And there is also a popularity contest. That's another thing that you work elections with in this country. How popular are you? It's not what you know. Not popularity based on what you know. It's just popularity based on however you became popular. Either you became popular as a businessman, or you became popular as one time you're a ruler, or because in your place you did something for your people, or because one thing made you popular. And that's why many are also looking at what Shawari is doing now, because now he has become really popular, very popular,
and somehow buying into the hearts of a lot of people.
And many people are beginning to take that sympathy towards him. And some people, so I read an article that was saying, isn't it possible that he's also positioning himself for 2023? And it's very possible. And if he decides to say, okay, I'm coming out again at that time, and he wins, you can imagine the story that'll be around it. So
when are we going to see a Nigerian election that sees people come into office because a certain person or a certain political party during a certain administration wants to make sure that they alleviated the people from poverty, unemployment, or they try to revamp the Nigerian schooling sector, or they try to do one or two things, and people will say, oh, they did this even when they were not in power, and then now that they want to be in power, paper, only God knows how much good they would bring to the people. When are we going to see all of those play out in our democracy?
Let's wait and see. Until that time, we'll take a commercial break. And when we come back, we'll open the phone lines. We'll get your views. Well, the group from the Northeast have told you Tinubu is who they feel should come for president in 2023 for the APC. Well, they are not the National Working Committee of the APC. They are not the only members of the APC. Perhaps we hear from more other people, because another group also has suggested that they do not want the position of deputy vice president for the North. So they would obviously want someone from the North to become president. So we'll see. And then the Southeast also, and it's a one time I've also said the Southeast is where it's coming from. The South, we're waiting for you. We don't know if you say something. Well, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, today's hustle continues with your phone calls next.
Seasons Bonanza. We wish to share in the good cheer of the season by offering amazing discounts on advert campaign on our Signal, your premium talk, news and sports station. From the 5th of December to the 31st.
For every 3 slots you pay for, you get 2 free.
So hurry now and enjoy this best rates ever.
My name is Victor Ezeama.
This is Chinedu Iwuna.
My name is Ifeyemi Andrew. My name is Bright Chinedu Malosquare.
Pastor talking drum.
My name is Wisdom Obinaya.
My name is Dorcas Koki.
Hi, this is Ifnaya Obeme in the Crave.
This is me, Wealth Wilson.
My name is Nafoni Udebe.
My name is
Adu Oriofe.
My name is Excel Okonkwo.
My name is Sandra Kenneth.
My name is Success David.
We want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from all of us here on your talk, news, and sports station. Today, 95.1 FM.
This is today's hustle. One show that embodies objectivity. We raise the bar in examining the good, the bad, the sordid, everything that has to do with society.
In America, you buy a big house and you pay gradually for 30 years of your life. That is politics. In Nigeria, you carry all your salary and go and rent one room. Bad politics.
Everything that has to do with
You
society.
must negotiate. If we don't negotiate, when a man is pushed to the wall, he bounces back with double leverage. We have been pushed to the wall.
The Hustle. Every weekday from
1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
on Today 95.1 FM.
All right, welcome back. Today's hustle on Today 95.1 FM. So let's hear what you have to say. Remember, the group from the Northeast have said Tinubu Bola Ahmed Ashiwaju. Tinubu should be the president for them, in their own opinion, in 2023. But the major worry is, why are we so focused on 2023 and forgetting
When there's
governance?
so much to do.
And there's so much problem. Why aren't these groups talking about what should be done to better Nigerians, but all are focused about power coming to one person, one region, or a certain individual? That's the question for you this afternoon. Hello, good afternoon to the 95.1 FM.
Hello, good afternoon, Andrew.
Good afternoon.
Welcome.
Yes, I think I will also accuse the media because people are people giving them relevance. For me, these are issues we are not even supposed to talk about. But you make you make congestion, you allow us to talk about it and make it relevant.
So you don't think we should talk about it? It's not worth.
Of course.
So would you say
Of course,
Tinubu should come out for president?
Why can we be thinking about it now? But you give them relevance by making us talk about it. When they gather and you bring up conjecture, even when they are
Well,
in their mind.
annoyingly, and as annoying as it sounds, it's the job of the media to report. So if it happens, we report it.
I don't think this is even giving relevance. I think it's making people understand and know where they stand. Do you understand? It's making people decide what is important at the time.
What is the presidency about it for? These are people that are just going about their normal.
No. The visit of Obasanjo, we didn't say it's for presidency. But the visit of Obasanjo is because before that time, before this visit, we were referring to a time where suggestions were made by groups and posters were placed in Abuja suggesting that El Rufai want to run for president in 2023.
So what has that? Has Ambassador gone to confirm it? Why are we bringing?
No. Thank you very much. I think you're misunderstanding the point, but thank you though. You might not be comfortable with it, but Obasanjo's visit to El Rufai recently had nothing to do with El Rufai running for presidency. But then he was saying very nice things about the man and says this is the kind of man that Nigeria needs and blah blah blah. And when politicians begin to speak in that tone, and then you put that with the suggestions that have been coming from people saying El Rufai should become president or should be at least a presidential candidate, then that could cause you to ask questions. Why are we so bent on 2023 when we have loads of things to look at now? Hello, good afternoon.
Andrew, good afternoon.
You're welcome.
Yes, this is Ambassador Omo.
All right, go ahead.
Andrew, it does not matter who's going to come out. APC, if they like, may they do whatsoever. If even Tinubu won't come out, even L5 won't come out, make him come out. Because 2019, we know who win election. And that cannot happen again for 2023. So if they like, may they come out. Thank you. God bless you.
Okay. Sounded very upset. Anybody make them come out. Let us see what is going to happen. All right. Okay. I said elections were done in the country. No, they aren't. Edo State elections coming up in Edo State next year, early next year. I was supposed to have an election in Edo State. So I take that back. Hello. Good afternoon.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
You're welcome. Your name, please, and where you're calling from.
Yeah. Lugaman calling from Eche.
Lugaman. Oh, go on.
Yeah. Yes. My brother, you see, there is no way we will stop talking about politics and 2023. Even though the government is moving forward or not, we must talk about who governs us after this government. For me, people talking about Tinubu in 2023, for me, I'm not sure that Tinubu will take Nigeria to the next level. For me, the best candidate for 2023 is the transportation minister, Right Honorable TVK Ruto Amechi.
Oh.
For now, he is the one that the cap fits. We should rather hand him in 2023. He will take Nigeria to the next level after Muhammad Buhari. Thank you very much, Lugaman, for the
Okay. One person putting out his own candidate. Since we're talking groups putting out candidates, everybody can put out candidates.
Maybe we all should have our
Everybody's now having their candidates. So who is your own candidate for 2023? And this is what we're talking about. The fact that it's the wheel of politics in Nigeria that never ceases to spin. It's always spinning regardless of what the issue is or what should be looked at. Painfully, we expect other things to be looked at or talked about, but then you can't take away these things when they come up and you still want to address them. Hello, Today95.1 FM, good afternoon. And we lost both those calls, really sad. The number to call are 0810-9510-951. Again, 0810-9510-951 or 0817-0000-951. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
You're welcome. What's your name, please, and where are you calling from?
Yes, this is Imam Alabam, calling from Baisha River State.
Go ahead.
You see, that call by a group in Northern State under APC, that call, I totally disagree with the call. They cannot project a candidate in Nigeria. They have no power to project a candidate to come 2023. So, Tinubu cannot take Nigeria to the next level. Tinubu can never take Nigeria to the next level, except transport minister.
So, okay. I was about asking you. You just gave your answer. No problem. Thank you. Thank you very much, though. He's already stated who he feels can handle the wheels of this country come 2023. Would that be possible? Would that happen? Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
You're welcome. Your name, please, and where you're calling from.
I'm Emmanuel. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I can see how foolish we have. Should I use that word? We have become in this country.
Okay. When you say that, remember you're part of us in the country.
Yes. When you accept you have a problem, you solve your problem.
Okay.
What you are now concerned is 2019, 2023, 2026, 2030. That's everything we achieve in school now. 2023, 2024. This is our problem now. Vision 2020 has come and gone. Cars,
Tinubu on the day of election, 2 billion van entered Tinubu house. Has that case been investigated, or we have forgotten as we used to forget, because we are good in forgetting things very, very easily. Our brain does not hold things for a very long time. Tinubu on the day of election, 2 billion van entered your house. Is not a problem.
He said it's his money. He can spend his money however he wants.
What he said, that's what he said is not a problem. Let's not go to that. The Erofai, he took his son to public school. Do you know how much they invested in that public school before they took that? So that was one of the best public school. The money they budgeted for that school before they took his son to that school. So let's not deceive ourselves. For me, I'm fed up with that deceiving. Some of these political errand boys that feel that they are clamoring. Check about your future. Check about the generation unborn. These people have killed our system, killed our road, killed our school system, everything. Imagine a system that VC of a school rig election for a politician, but you are teaching, you are a VC of a university. So I don't know the kind of people we are. Thank you.
Sounded really upset. But I think that's what we're trying to point out now. The fact that most of these groups have even been accused of being political in their doings, and perhaps sometimes being used by politicians to achieve certain aims. And so many would say this might be one of those aims to find out or to see what the reaction would look like in those regions by coming out to make such a statement. Whereas, in the real sense, we should not even be talking about this. We just finished an election. There's still much to do. And the focus should actually be on those. I'm pretty sure we're going to hear Tinubu said, no, well, I'm not concerned. I don't know who sent those ones. They have their right to say what they want to say. Of course, they do, because they are Nigerians and they're backed by the Constitution to freedom of speech. They can say what they want to say and air their thoughts and views. You can't hold them and you can't get angry about it. If they decide to bring the press to say, hey, this is what we want to say and this is what we think, that's what they think, and that's what they want to say. It's another whole different ballgame if that's what the APC, like I said earlier, they are not the National Working Committee of the APC. So if they are saying that they want Tinubu, that's what they want. We don't know what the APC wants. We only knew that before the election. We only know that before the election, the APC suggested that vote and you might get the ticket to the Southeast come 2023. And that's also some angle that the PDP are taking. And many people are already naturally going to that direction because, I mean, that's the region that hasn't really produced so far since democracy. So naturally, you would expect that the clamor for it to come from that region is high. But the fact that many suggestions or talks have been coming with regards to El Rufai, the Minister of Transportation, Adams Oshiomhole, even Negosu Akpabio, and now Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's what now raises concern. Like all of these people in the party and all the promises made before, and the fact that it's still very early into the second term of this government, it now takes us to what the wife of the president said. Does the presidency really care about the president and his achievements while in power? Because they don't act, according to her statement there while she was on TV. It was on TV, she was talking via the phone when she said, it shocks her to see that the things that the presidency responds to are things that do not concern mainly the activities of her husband, who's the president, with regards to moving Nigeria forward. So you see where we stand and how all this has become more complex.
And to add to that, I feel that all those groups, who are positing presidential candidates should have actually used this energy to probably support the government and support these people that they think that are good enough to probably rule us come 2023 to do more for the people. Because honestly, looking at the statistics of how well we've improved our GDP, our revenue basis, we do not have enough fundings in the country. We have a lot of sectors that are lagging behind in the country. I think that all of these groups should channel all this, their political power and will, into, talking and somehow encouraging the government to do more for the people. I mean, when it is time for elections, we can now decide who would rule Nigeria based on performances. I feel that's the best thing.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yes, my name is Fred.
Okay, Fred, go ahead.
For me, Nigeria will be best governed by Right Honorable Rotimi Amechi, because in Rivers State, when he was governor, every community felt that have a governor. Development all around, spread all over the state at that time. I believe if he's given the chance to govern Nigeria, every community in Nigeria will feel the sense of governance. That's my uncle.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, Today95.1 FM.
Yeah. Andrew.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me tell you.
Pastor
You
Isaiah.
understand? Yes, my brother, you are in the right step of the spirit. My brother, you see, you can't stop talking about politics. We talk it, we eat, we drink it, and there is no way we can stop talking about it. Now, let me start by saying that the group, thank God, is a group from the north. So, you can see that talking about it is unstoppable.